What up, Winbush here, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Huion Kamvas 13 display tablet. So a few weeks ago, a representative from Huion actually reached out to me and asked me if I'd be interested in trying some of their tablets. I opted to use a graphic display because I've been using tablets professionally since around a decade and a half, but the one thing I've never used before was one with a display on it. I've always used the other one, which is just a plain old tablet. So my first thought was, how exactly would I take advantage of a tablet with a display? I'm not doing any sculpting, I'm not doing any drawing or anything like that, but I did find a few ways for us motion graphics artists to fully utilize this graphic tablet, in which I'll run you through a few scenarios right now. But first, let me show you what exactly comes inside the box. So starting off, of course, you're going to get the tablet. It's about 13.3 inches wide, but then also it's going to come with the pen, of course, with a couple of nubs there as well. Your typical battery-free pen that you would get with something like this. But also what I thought was cool was this one actually came with a stand, which I never had before. So I'm able to use it at different angles. You can adjust it to different heights that you want. And so that's something I experimented as well as I was working with this tablet. Now this is a display tablet, so it's going to come with a few cables here. It's going to come with a USB-C cable. In case your computer or laptop actually comes with a Thunderbolt on there, you just need one USB-C cable to hook in. More on that in a little bit. Then it also comes with this cable here that has 3 different extensions at the end. It has an HDMI, and then it also has 2 USB ports on the end of them. The HDMI, of course, would go inside your video card. And then as for the USBs, the red one is actually going to power it, and then the black one is going to control everything through your tablet. We also have an artist glove, which I thought was neat. I never had one of these before either, but it makes a lot of sense. This is a display tablet, and so it's going to help you get more life out of it by not scratching it up and getting it all greasy and everything with your hand there. Now let me get into some of the scenarios that I found useful with this tablet. So going through the first one, I'm just using it with the screen off like I would with any type of tablet that I've had there in the past. It's just natural for me to be able to actually draw on the tablet while looking at the screen. It's something that I've come adapt to, so that just came naturally to me. But this is a graphic display tablet, so let me go through some other cases that I found truly helpful when working in 3D and motion graphics. And towards the end of the video, I'm actually going to go through step by step on how to set this tablet up with the ways that I'm going to show you, because there are different varieties that you could use it. And so the first one is I'm actually going to use it to mirror my main screen here. And my main screen is actually an ultra wide screen. So there was a few differences when it came to actually using the graphic display tablet. At first, when I was using the ultra wide screen, it pretty much emulated everything that's on my tablet down here. And so it's 21:9. It's not 16:9. So at first I did get the crop bars on my tablet there at the top and bottom, which was fine, but I'm not taking full advantage of the full real estate there. And so I did figure out a way that I could actually have a full screen on my tablet, but also keep my same resolution on the ultra wide, in which I said before, I'll walk you through step by step on how you can set that up as well. But that's just something that I thought was neat. If I was able to look down at my tablet as I'm working, maybe there's like a fine detail that I really want to zoom in on, instead of leaning into my screen, I could just look down at my tablet and it just mirrored everything that was on my main screen. Now the next way to use this tablet is actually having the tablet be its own monitor. So with my studio, I actually have my main screen here, which is my ultra wide. I have a 16:9 4K screen on my side here that's vertical, and then with the tablet I'm just going to use it as a regular display. And so some of the scenarios that I found really useful is when I'm editing, maybe if I wanted to have just my picture up on my main monitor there and I have my timeline down here on my tablet, I can actually use my pen to go through my timeline, do a lot of really fine cuts, and not have everything hodgepodge on my main screen there. I'm able to separate everything out. And the same thing would go for After Effects too. I can have my main screen up on my main monitor, I can have my timeline down here inside the tablet, and then all my other stuff on my second monitor there. So I'm really spreading everything out, and I'm using the tablet strictly for editing and going through the timeline and really splicing everything together, which for me personally, I found really useful. So for me, it was just all about the flexibility of being able to use this display how I want it at any particular time. And so I promised I was going to show you guys how you can actually go in and customize this to work with any type of scenario that you might have. And so it does come with the software here. And once you have it opened up, as you can see right here, it actually has all my displays right here. So this is my ultra wide screen, and then this will be my side monitor right here. And so you can see you have your tablet down here, and this volume box right here is showing you how it's encompassing everything. But if I come over here to my system displays, like you would just right click, go to system displays, I'm using Windows 11, you can see that I have 3 displays here. So I have my ultra wide monitor right here, I have my side vertical monitor right here as well. And then this number 3 would be the tablet. So with number 3 selected, which is my Kamvas 13, if I come over here to where it says disconnect this display, if I say duplicate desktop 1 and 3, and if I actually scroll down, you can see that my main display is 3440 by 1440. That's 21 by 9. But if I actually look down here at my canvas, you can see that there's crop marks at the top and bottom. So you can see with my hand right here, I have the crop marks. And if I actually use the pen, you can see that it's filling up my monitor up there, but at the bottom here, we're not taking advantage of the top and bottom. Now, if we wanted to make this tablet full screen, I'm not sure how to do it with AMD, but with NVIDIA, if I come down here to my lower right-hand corner and I right-click on the NVIDIA symbol right here where it says NVIDIA control panel, if you left-click on that, that's going to bring up the control panel right here. So if I come to display and where it says adjust desktop size and positioning, if I click on my tablet down here to where it says no scaling, I'm going to click this on, then I'm going to come down here to apply, and then this will come up. I'm just going to hit yes to these changes. And now you can see that my tablet is actually full screen. So if you look at my hand, there's no crop bars at the top and bottom, but if I still use my pen here, you can see that I'm actually going around the entire monitor. So I have my ultra wide right here, everything. I'm able to go to all corners of it, and then I'm back on my tablet, same thing, going up and down, and everything is just one-to-one. And I almost forgot, another thing that's really dope is we can actually hook this tablet up to our Android phone. I know on the website it says it works with a couple of phones. I have the Fold 2 here, the Galaxy Fold 5, and with the USB cable, I was actually able to hook it directly into the phone, and I could control my phone directly from the tablet. And it works with the pen as well, which I thought was pretty dope. Like, I'm not sure what kind of scenario I would actually use this for. I know there's a few drawing apps on the phone, or if you have like a Galaxy tablet, something of that nature, maybe you could use it with something like that. But I just thought this was a cool feature that I just discovered today. And one last thing I do want to bring up is the cable that actually comes with the Huion Kamvas 13 might be a little bit short for some scenarios. And so what I had to do was actually get extenders for the HDMI and the USB so that I could actually hook it up to my computer, which is down there at the bottom. But that was only a few bucks on Amazon. Wasn't a big deal, but I was able to get it to work with a couple of extenders there. So hopefully this helped you guys out. If it did, as always, leave me a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And until next time, stay fresh, keep creating, and I'll catch you in the next video. I'll see you soon. Take care.